So you've seen the intro and the title of this video, so I'm gonna get started on it immediately. I'm not gonna waste your time with a useless intro. Let's get started. Alright, so the first point is that it's okay to be unsure of what you want to do in the future. I think nowadays a lot of people think that they have to know what they want to do, but that's not true. It's okay to not know. If you know, good thing. That's really good. But for everyone, it's different. Not everyone's gonna be like their parents. Take your time to try new things, and whether you are single or you're married, just realize that you always have an opportunity to learn new skills and to get into a new field, if that's what you want to do. And also adding on to the topic of it's okay to be unsure. And especially in jobs, it's okay to even transition into a new field of work. If you're not enjoying your current field of work, your current work right now, then it's actually fine to move on. At the end of the day, it's up to you, and of course, it's okay to be unsure, and there's nothing wrong with that. When in reality, it's okay not to know, because you have time to figure it out. For people who are not single, people who have more responsibility, people who are married and have kids, it's not impossible, but it's gonna be a little bit hard because taking care of a family is a big blessing and it is a big responsibility. Second point is that money is not everything. There's actually a biblical truth to this in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10. I'll be putting it up on the screen right now. So it says that he who loves money will not be satisfied with money, nor he who loves wealth with his income. This also is vanity. But realize that money itself is not bad. There's nothing wrong with having money, but it becomes very bad, especially when we want more and more. And that's the reason why the Bible passage says that people with wealth, they won't be satisfied with their income. Especially being a college student who's earned a lot of money, more than probably a first year graduate student would ever earn. Not to boast or anything like that. I've actually learned that money is not happiness at all. And so just because you have a very good job offer does not mean it's going to be a happy time. Okay, now my third point is that your job is not your happiness, and nor does it define you. And the reason why I say that is because the job that you do, it's a job. I mean, there's nothing more to it. It's not going to define you. It doesn't define who you are. At least for me as a Christian, what defines me is not my job, it's not what I have, not my car, but it's Christ who defines me. And so when you try to find happiness through your work, it never works out. It's never working out for me, and job can never be your happiness, because it's just a job in the first place. It's not, of course, like money is necessity. It's very necessary to live, but at the same time you have to realize that it's not everything in your own life. It's not your whole life. And when you make it your whole life, you're gonna feel that you're very empty on the inside. Alright, my fourth point is regarding college. It's not a necessity. There are also other schools that you could be going to, like trade school, or maybe if you want to serve, join the police academy or firefighter academy, working in a warehouse, construction work. I think a lot of people don't consider that those can also be a very successful field as well. But college, the issue with college though is most of the time, of course, it's very obvious you're learning everything through the book or through the professor, and it's not giving you any real skills that you can use in real life. So college is not the only way, and college can be good if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, I don't think college can be very beneficial in that regards. And for those who are pursuing to be engineers or scientists, astrologists, or really any of these fields that require a bachelor's degree, then I applaud you, because I'm not trying to say that college degree is necessarily useless in those fields. I'm trying to say that college is useless in certain fields. And of course, like those fields of like engineering, or pre-med student going to nursing or doctor or PA, you need to go to college either way. So alright, point number 5 is that your parents do not know what's best for you. And there's going to be a lot of parents who disagree with me on this, but ultimately parents do not know what is actually best for their kid. They may think they do, but they really don't, because I mean, obviously we all have our own mind, and we're not going to have the same interests as our parents or our friends. So don't let your parents, force you to get into something that you don't want to do. This is not telling you to go and disrespect them and also rebel them and dishonor them. We should always honor our family member, and especially our parents. But what I'm saying is your parents shouldn't be forcing you to do something. At some point, especially, that's very common in not in many, but in some parents I've seen, is they try to make their kid go into something that they don't want because they have this pride that their kid needs to be raised very well. Secondly, I think this might be a reason they want to show off their kid to the other parents and think that they are better. Not saying this is for every parent, but if that's how your parents think, then I think they have the wrong idea. And it's not a very loving act when you try to force your kid to do something, especially in the career field, because you have to kind of discover that yourself by working or going to school. Do what you have to do to know. Alright, so point number 6 is that it's okay to fail. Any job that you get, you're gonna have failure at some point, whether it's in a project or maybe you open up a business and it fails. Just know that it's okay. This is probably a topic that you hear a lot from motivational speakers, but I think a lot of people nowadays are just scared to fail when they shouldn't be, because if you don't fail, then you can't learn from your mistake. If you do fail, just learn and move on. That's regarding any job that you do or anything that you pursue. Just learn from it and move on, because just focusing on your failure isn't going to help you with anything. And so try many careers, try many things, especially if you are young and single. I'd say try many things before you have a family, just so that you have in mind what you want to do. Also realize that there's no such thing as a perfect decision. There's no such thing as a perfect decision. You're never going to make the best decision. And just remember that you're never going to make perfect decisions. Even I myself don't make perfect decisions every day. And honestly, I'm always grateful to Christ, to Jesus Christ, for letting me fail in certain areas of my life so that I can learn and move on. Anyway guys, I hope this helped. I have to go to church soon. But if this helped you out, share it to your friends. Not necessarily the video, but any information that you heard from this video could also be used to help your friends out as well, or any family member that's in need of an advice. So I'm not a professional or expert on this topic, but these are just my advice I learned as an early 20s kid. Well, anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one.